Ant McPartlin says that he maintains his sobriety by writing gratitude lists and say little prayers every evening. Now, this comes as Bible sales last year reached their highest point since records began. Some experts say wars, AI, stealing our jobs and a general feeling of worry about the future is leading people to turn to God. And this is something, Brenda, I know very much resonates with you. God's always been part of your life.
Yeah.
You can't almost imagine getting through your day without having your faith.
Well, exactly. Faith, for me, it's so important. And the last few years, 3-4 years, especially, I've been just kind of reflecting on my faith and my belief. And I appreciate having conversations with people who necessarily haven't. And I know myself and Cole have had conversations in the past just to understand. And you're very entitled to your own opinion and your belief, whether you believe in God or not. But I'm not here to preach to people, but it's what's got me, it feels like that's what's got me through. And I feel that I feel I have a purpose to give back and to, you know, that's how I was kind of raised in the Bible, of being kind to one another, do unto others as you would do unto yourself. You know, and I remember that there used to be a scripture that was saying, and I looked it up, for faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it's having that faith is, I want to believe that there's a good world out there. I want to believe that somebody's got good intentions until I see different, and then I will choose what to do with that, whether to move myself away out of that situation or from that person if I feel that they're bringing negative energy. It's all the same thing as that as well. You know, it's...
That's interesting, though, because you've had a lot of tragedy in your life, and I did The Jungle with Barry McGuigan, and he was a very staunch Catholic, and he said he really struggled with his faith after his daughter died. I think he's got it back again a bit now. But did you not experience that at all?
I think I was too young to be having those thoughts in the first place, because when I first went to church, I was 4 years old. Straight after Mum and Dad died, I've always been in church. It's my family. I keep saying my family are the church. But I feel the support, and I feel that I have, you know, I'm hugging myself because that's how I kind of feel that I've got arms around me.
It gives you strength.
And it does give me strength.
You don't have to go to church for that.
I do have this conversation with my family. They go to church regularly, and on a Sunday they're always in a church. A building does not, for me, a building does not mean that you don't have as much faith. You know, I take my Bible out, I read it, and I say my prayer, and I talk to God regularly. And for me, I feel that he's listening, because I do feel and get things back and get answers back. Even just yesterday, me and Tanisha were driving somewhere and we were talking about Jamal, and something came on the radio instantly, and it's like she even said, "Mummy, that's really weird." And just speaking about it, I'm getting goose pimples. I think you have to have yourself open to receive in the first place. But I do understand, and people say, well, that happened to me, and if there was a God, you know, breast cancer, but it made me search into myself of what can I maybe do to be better as a person.
Definitely makes
and
you
to
stronger
help
to face whatever
absolutely
comes your way.
I want to believe in something, because the world is crazy. I have to believe in something.
I think that's fabulous, and I have no, you know, I would never say you were wrong, or, you know, you shouldn't think that, because, you know, my mother had great faith, and I always envied her faith, because she got a lot of comfort when bad things happened. And her belief was they're going to a better place. So, you know, death didn't scare her, or, you know, she'd be sad for someone, but it was like they're going to a better place. And I kind of envied that. And I was brought up very Catholic. I was brought up with a lot of Catholic guilt, let me tell you. But...
You've got over that, haven't you?
Absolutely got over it, because all of a sudden, and I don't even know when it was, but I just thought... I remember as a kid thinking, I don't believe in this, but being too scared to say, because I might go to hell.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I thought, I can't vocalise that because I'll go to hell, because it was literally drummed into me. And as I got older, I thought, I don't believe in it. I wish I did, but I don't. And I don't have a problem with that. And my reasons are the opposite of you. Bad things have happened to everyone in life, but, you know, losing people is horrendous and sad and awful. And then my mum, I've said it before, was this practising 7 days a week going to Mass, and she's taken by Alzheimer's. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't believe. I just don't. You know, things are happening in the world and everyone's going, that's man-made, that's man-made. So we can believe
wars in this world are man-made.
But normally
and that's
started through religion, because people don't agree on... Every war that started somewhere started with religion. I'm sorry, they all start clashing. There's about 2,000 gods, apparently.
I can totally agree.
So which one do we believe in?
Well, you just have to have your own personal belief. That's...
But if you truly believe there is only one God, which you would, then you're saying all the other people are wrong and to believe...
I'm not saying... I'm not saying that...
everyone else is wrong.
I'm not saying that everybody is wrong. What I'm saying is my purpose and my belief. I was raised to believe in God, and
are we raised or are we brainwashed? I felt brainwashed as a kid.
I personally didn't feel brainwashed.
I was told I was going to hell.
But this, well, yeah, obviously the Bible tells you lots of different things, and you know, and it's for you to translate that to your own life and your own purpose.
Sorry, people like yourself, lovely. I love you. I do, honestly, I do. And this is just a conversation.
Of course.
But people always say, well, you know, that happened because God... My mum used to do this. She gave humans free will. He gave humans free will. It's their choice. And I used to go, hold on a minute. So this is a man who you have told me all my life, you know, parted the Red Sea, you know, turned water into wine, you know, turned rubbish into bread, all of these things, that he was a miracle worker. But now when everything's bad, you're making excuses for him by saying, well, that was your decision. Well, what about if he's a good man and he's preaching love thy neighbour and love everyone around you? Is he not doing some miracles to make everyone do that?
Yeah, it does refer to that in the book of Revelation in the Bible, actually, weirdly enough, where that's the sort of like the second coming of Jesus almost, because basically we as humans on earth have messed it up and it's going to be fixed again. So, but it's like you say...
So the first God was rubbish?
Well, you were brought up Catholic, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. No, we were like Church of England, sort of, but Church of Ireland. But we were very... my mum, we still go to church, and faith would always have been part of our lives. We're not, you know, I wouldn't be ramming anything down anybody else's throat, but a bit like yourself, Brenda, where you feel if you get something from it and it fills you with something, whether it be strength, love, whatever that might be, people who are very involved in whatever their church might be, there is a sense of community there. I mean, it's very helpful, I think, for lots of
and my
people.
life experience.
And that's what AMB,
I've proved to myself that my life experience has helped other people to be able to talk about my life experience, which has been so bad and so tragic. It's given somebody else hope for them to go on and grow. So for me, that is my faith helping, and so I will always keep that faith.
I didn't have a religious upbringing at all, but I went to a C of E school, and it was that classic thing that I think a lot of people watching would have had as well, you know, morning assembly, religious education lessons or whatever. But you learn the sort of the morals of stories and stuff like that, and it teaches you right from wrong. So I guess now my faith, what I see as my faith, is just my values, my values in life.
Which was there. And it's like you said, like growing up where I grew up, of course, you know, sadly, religion very much dictated how your day was, in fact, sometimes, you know. So there is completely the element, like you were just saying, like it can cause a lot of issues. But
is your glass half full or is it half empty? It's where you want to put your head.
My glass is always half full. I don't need to be told that if I don't believe in God, it's half empty.
No.
My glass is always half full.
I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you can have negative sides and you can have positive sides. That for every good, there's a bad. There's got to be a balance there. And so I just think that, you know, for me personally, yes, a lot of bad things have happened, so I've got to try and balance it with feeling good and feeling positive.
Yeah,
I agree.
Very much so.